What's up, guys? So today I wanted to talk about my um, trick, whatever you want to call it, of how I actively change my mind, or once I notice there's an issue going on in my inner being, whether I've been triggered or something is making me mad or pissing me off. Um, Once you realize and you identify the behavior, then you can start to actively kind of combat it. And the way I do it is the breath, the word, and the movement. And when you pair those three things together, because there's a lot of people that can identify their behavior. They know when they're being an a-hole, or they know when they're being a bitch, and they know when they're pissed off, and they know something's about to piss them. They're not even mad yet, but they're like, I know that situation's going to make me mad, right? First of all, saying that that's going to happen more than not, it's going to happen. More often than not, it's going to happen. And then when it does happen, what do? We just go through the motions. We continue to go through the motions even though we can identify it. And so if you're at a point where you can identify it, let's do something to change it. I do it every day. I practice this every single day. And I don't give up. I don't stop, because I know it could be worse. It could be worse. And even if hopefully I won't be, but even if I'm apologizing till the day I die, I'm going to keep trying to not correct my behavior, but allow myself to be as free-flowing as I can be. And I use these three techniques to get me through stuff. When I'm feeling frustrated, I breathe. I work it over in my head, and I reevaluate the words that I'm giving to this situation. And then I move that emotion through me, whether it is doing some yoga, or painting, or exerting any kind of force. Those three things are wonderful. And you pair them together and you use them as a practice. They only take a couple of minutes. And, even if you're experiencing a situation where those feelings just keep coming back to you, do something different. Sit down, take a couple of deep breaths, and then stand up and do some squats. And then go about what you're doing. And then if the feelings come back to you, you sit down, take another couple of deep breaths, and then, take a walk around your house. Or maybe you can't get up and walk around. So then you take a couple of deep breaths, you realize what you're saying to yourself or the situation that's happening, and rewrite it in your mind, and then actually physically write it on paper. That's a movement. That's an action. So you have to take some type of action. Sometimes we can rewrite what the word is that we have in our mind, right? We can rewrite the dialogue in our mind, but we don't feel it because we're still feeling the trigger, or we are feeling the discomfort. And that's all we're feeling into. We're saying we want it to be better, but we're feeling into the discomfort still. And we need to learn to physically move that sensation out of us. So remember, the breath, the word, and the movement. The breath, the word, and the movement. I need to remember that. But it's something that I automatically do. Now, maybe the first time it doesn't work. Maybe the second time it doesn't work. Maybe the third time you start to feel a difference. But the key is the consistency, being consistent with it, because our thoughts didn't get us here overnight, right? It happened gradually. It was things that we have told ourselves, ways that we have reacted to things over years and years and years. And now we're at a point where we're realizing what we've been taught and what we have learned, and we are trying to rewrite the story. And this is how we do it. This is how we rewrite those stories. And it's amazing. So try it out, please do, and keep trying it, and tell me how it goes. Bye.